Shoreline Community College to play baseball. Coach Chandler could not be here today, and he wanted me to read a little blurb, and then I'll let Cooper say a few words and have him sign. From Coach Chandler, he says, Cooper Dalton has learned to overcome adversity. After breaking his back and sitting out his freshman year of baseball, Cooper spent hours rehabbing and getting stronger, and eventually earned a spot on varsity as a sophomore. Cooper will be successful wherever he goes because he has learned how to work hard and commit. Cooper is the coach's dream because he's an ideal teammate, leader, and ambassador that you want. I'm grateful to be a part of your journey, and I look forward to what you do next. Love you, kid, and you're going to do great things because you are a Capital Eagle. Go Fins. Coach Chandler. Let's say a few words.
All right. I am here today to officially sign at Shoreline Community College to play baseball. Getting to this point in my life has been a personal goal for as long as I can remember. It did not come without some bumps in the road, however, but there are certain people that really pushed me to be here. I would like to thank my parents for the countless hours they have given up to make this happen, for always being my #1 fans. I would also like to thank my teachers, teammates, coaches, friends, and family for keeping me going and always supporting me. Playing for Capital Baseball these last 5 years has helped me grow both as a person and a player. The two biggest things I learned are how to be determined and disciplined. Throughout my time here, I have gained not only knowledge, but also friendships with people I now cannot imagine my high school experience without. My teammates from 8th grade year turned out to be some of my best friends. I have so many amazing memories for playing for this school, but the one that stands out the most to me is when we were in the 2019 state semifinals game against Rocky. I hit a single in the right field to get the momentum going, and the best part about it was looking up and seeing how happy my friends and family were. We ended up beating Rocky and going to the state championship. There is no other school I would have rather played for. Capital Baseball has helped me to now play at the collegiate level. In the fall of this year, I'll be starting fresh at Shoreline Community College in Seattle, Washington. I am so grateful for the opportunity to continue my baseball academic career, for everyone and everything that has gotten me here. Thank you, and go Fins.
On his way down here, just got done with class. But Justice, if you want to say a few words, and parents, if you want to say a few words as well, you're welcome to. And Coach will be down
Okay. We like to thank Capital and all the teachers, all the parents, and just our Capital family for our time here with Justice. It's been a great journey. We are so blessed and excited to be a part of this family. And as he goes on to his next journey at USD for football, that couldn't be possible without all the coaches and all the parents, all the camps, just the hours of dedication that the coaches have put into him and into our family, and the parents for all the meals and the support and just the love that you've given to my son and to our family. We are forever grateful, and we will always be an Eagle no matter where we go. So thank you guys so much for all that you've done and for our family. We love you guys forever.
I'd like to thank Coach Banks for all the time and effort he's poured into me, just being really exemplary leader for me, just moving through this football journey, really just being my guide through it all. I'd like to thank Coach Simmons for being the prime example of a leader, and I'd like to thank Coach Tink for just being a prime example of how you have an attitude and the proper way to represent yourself. So thank you to all my coaches. Thank you guys for the time you invested in me and everything you guys have poured into me. So with that being said, I'm glad to say I'll be signing to the University of San Diego to play football.
So Justice, really proud of him and all of our athletes, including Jackson and Charlie, who are football players in our program as well. But this is a great institution, University of San Diego, and it's a good fit because he's a really fantastic student and a good person and has earned every bit of this. And I'm excited because not only is it San Diego, good school, good place, but one of our former coaches here at Capital will be mentoring him or working with him. So he's in really good hands. So super excited for you. This has been a goal of his, and he's worked so hard for this, so congratulations. Do us proud.
As many of you know, Solomon, Capital Tennis is one pretty big chapter in a much bigger tennis journey for me. I've been playing for as long as I can remember, so I feel like it would be, I have a lot of people to thank, because I would not be half the player or half the person I am today without everybody who's helped me and been there for me and helped me through this journey. So a few names I'm about to list, you guys probably have no idea who they are. But my coach Teresa, Corey, Max, Jim, and Tracy, all the coaches at Giamova Tennis Academy down in Houston, Texas. And then over at D1, my coach Noah Brandt, who has helped me reach a lot of my fitness goals and my tennis ability. I of course have to thank my family, my mom and dad, my siblings who couldn't be here today. They really, they have seen me at my absolute best and my absolute worst. It's been quite the journey. Now on to Capital. Tennis is also a very individual sport, so growing up it's always usually me competing, but that's why I was so excited to play for Capital, because it was like finally I was going to be able to play for a school as great as Capital with people that I love. And I remember one of my most distinct memories is my freshman year I was actually competing in a tournament, and that's where I met Coach Campbell, and he gave me this Capital tennis sweatshirt, and he's like, "We seriously can't wait to have you, Gina." And I don't know, it was that one introduction where I was like, oh, sick, this is what it's like. I'm already being shown so much welcoming and love from this school, and I haven't even gotten there yet. And just a few more of my more core memories of playing tennis for Capital would be when I won state my freshman year. Again, it's usually only been them at any of my tennis matches. And at that match, it felt like I had the whole school there, is what it felt like. And they were there to cheer me on when I won, and I was at my happiest. And then the next year, when I lost my state match, it was the same way. It was like, yeah, I was obviously sad because I lost, but I still had this ginormous community that was there supporting me and celebrating the fact that I got there, not the fact that I didn't get the result that I wanted. And I think that's something that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life, is that I'll always have this community that has supported me and been there for me at my absolute best, and times I consider more sad. And I think that's something great. And I also want to thank Coach Visico, who has given me the opportunity to continue this at Dominican University. I could not be more excited to continue my tennis career at the collegiate level. So thank you also Matt Fuller, who is also my coach. Sorry, he's going to be my coach this year, and he was the assistant coach my freshman and sophomore year as well. So anyways, thank you. Go Eagles, also go Penguins. Yeah. Woo!
Sure. All right. Well, I'm just so proud of Charlie for all of his accomplishments here at Capitol High School. And looking back, so my very first year here at Capitol and coaching here was also Charlie's freshman year. And looking back, the program at that time was not exactly where I wanted to be. And I think every single season we've been working towards kind of the goals we've had as this program. And I think a lot of that has to do with having Charlie here as well. And anybody that knows Charlie, he just set such a high bar for himself and he always reaches it. And he also helps the rest of our team get to that goal as well. And in talking with every teacher that's met Charlie, they always have such great things to say about him. Along with being a great athlete, he's a great student in the classroom. And I think that any school is going to be proud to get him. And I know that Oregon State is very lucky to get Charlie. It's going to be sad to see him leave, but I know he's going to do great things. And he's just been a great person to have on our team and really build our program. So just really proud of Charlie and all of his achievements.
Big thank you from us as parents to Coach Zander for sure for all of his leadership over these last few years. And to echo what Melissa said earlier, as I was driving here today, I was just thinking about, I can't believe it's the end of our Capitol journey.
I've truly really enjoyed all my time competing at Capitol High School, not only as a wrestler, but with Coach Simas and Coach Jacobson on the football field. And I'd like to thank all of my coaches throughout the years, all my coaches and teachers and teammates and peers. Most specifically Coach Zander and Coach Gowdy and Coach Jed in the wrestling room. They've really helped develop me into a better wrestler, and I don't think I could have done it without them. Oregon State, I'm very excited to be going there. It's always been a dream. I have some family connections to the school, and it's kind of always been the bar. So it's pretty surreal to be going there now. And big thank you to Coach Pendleton and Coach Angle and Coach Casoy and Coach Martinez there for giving me the opportunity to wrestle. And thank you to everyone at Capitol that's made it possible.
Here we have Lexi Johnson. She'll be signing today with Northwest Nazarene University. She's a sprinter on the Capitol track team. Really excited about Lexi. She's had an amazing career here. Obviously, it'll end this spring with her last season. Some accolades about Lexi is her sophomore year. Obviously, she didn't have a junior year, but her sophomore year, she was the first girl in Capitol history in 15 years. We hadn't had a girl who qualified for the district track meet in the 100, the 200, and the 400. Her range is phenomenal for a sprinter. She has some of the greatest work ethic I've ever coached. I've never put a workout in front of her that she didn't absolutely crush. And she's a great competitor. And she's always willing to do whatever she needs to do for the team to be successful. She runs on every relay we have. Her best event's the 400. She's extremely accomplished, state qualifier in the 400. And we look forward to what she's going to do this year. And then Yu's getting a fantastic athlete. Not only is she a great athlete, she's a very good student. She's a great human being. She's a fantastic teammate, and she's just going to help that program build on their success that they've had. As always, we're sad to see our kids go, but we're so excited for her future, and I'm lucky that I get to spend one more season with her, and the spring's going to be fantastic.
Looking back to like 5th and 6th grade, I remember I only ran the 400 because no one else did it, and I knew it was an easy win for me. But here I am now, like going to college, running the 400. It's such a big blessing to me, so I'm super excited.
And on behalf of the Johnson family, who couldn't be here today, but we will do her signing together, our families tonight, and the Del Rio family and the Oswald family. We are super blessed to have Lexi as a part of our family. She is not only a phenomenal athlete, but she is just a beautiful human being. And we are so proud of her to be running track at NNU, and we're super excited to be able to watch her locally. And if it wasn't for track, she would never have met my son, so thanks, Coach. We are just super proud of you, Lex, and we love you, and thank you for loving our family and just making us so proud. So, go NNU.
First of all, I would say I listened to Carrie talk about driving up to Capitol today, and these are kids that I think a lot of them have been together since they've been in 7th grade. They're all going to different schools, different sports, but I think it's so neat that these kids have been able to be together for the last 6 years, and we've gotten to know as families, all these other families, and it's just such a nice, positive environment. As we compare schools and so forth, you couldn't ask for a better environment than Capitol High School for the kids. It's just been fantastic. So I'm very proud of Scott that he's gets to pursue his dream, just like these other kids get to pursue their dream of going on to college and not only getting a great education, but getting to pursue the sport that they've spent so much time and energy in. So congratulations, Scott.
At the center of every athlete's hard work, there are always driving forces that help them along the way. The friends I've made here show continued support through thick and thin these past 4 years. These friends help me through important decisions, periods of laziness, and support and experiences off the field. They help me find my identity and grow into who I am today and still want to be. I know I will always be in contact with many of them. They have modeled the type of people I hope to find in college, and I thank them for their help and my commitment. My mom and dad are my biggest supporters, and have shown that in every sport and activity I've ever participated in. I remember when I was 11, and my mom stood by my side as I put on my first pair of gloves and bought my first stick. I thanked her for buying me these things, not knowing it would take me on a journey for the next 7 years. And ever since my first year, my dad has always been the loudest person on the field. At first, he didn't know why he was yelling, and he certainly embarrassed me a couple times by yelling out nonsense. But as the years have gone by, he has learned almost everything about the sport and always loves to talk to me about our defense and the mechanics of the sport. There's no one I try to impress more than my parents on the field, and this is because they have given me the resources to become the best player I can be. I will ever be grateful for every opportunity they have given me, but I hope to make them proud now and in the future as my journey is not done. I thank them for everything they have done for me and their help in my commitment. Over the years, I've had several coaches, which have all contributed to the process of me becoming the player and person I am today. I definitely dedicate my skill arising from all I've learned from my coaches at True Idaho. I began by trying out for their team going into my sophomore year, not being that great of a player. The coaches at my club team stuck with me through my lowest and highest, and season-ending injuries, training me and caring about my future since day one. When I first committed, it took me only a couple minutes to an hour before hearing from Coach Ball and Coach Davis. Coach Christensen and Mendenhall at the high school level have taught me everything about being a leader, and while I haven't known some of them for long, I consider them to be the definitions of a mentor. I didn't really want to be a captain, not having the attitude of one, but with the correct guidance and motivation, I've loved being a driving force in our team. I thank all my coaches these past 4 years for what they've taught me and their help in my commitment. I'll be committing today to play lacrosse at Concordia University of Wisconsin and major in biomedical science. I have no doubt at Capitol High School, the academic programs, teachers, and students have prepared me for college and the next step, not only my athletic career, but my academic. I thank Capitol High School and the people here for what they have taught me, thank them for their part in my commitment, and promise to use what I have learned to thrive at the next level.
you.
Here we have Lizzie Ramey. Lizzie's a senior. She'll be signing today with Utah Valley University. Lizzie has had an exciting journey, to say the least. She came out as a sophomore, and we didn't really know what she was going to do. We had an idea that she could probably pole vault because she has a gymnastics background. And I will say this, I've never coached a girl who pound for pound can lift as much weights as Lizzie Ramey can. She's the strongest girl, to my knowledge, in school history. And we knew that she's going to be able to do something because strength and athleticism, you combine the two things, and good things happen. Well, that was 2 years ago, and now I'm proud to say, as soon as she puts on a Capital jersey and takes a vault, she'll be our school record holder. Not having a season last year, she's been working really, really hard, and I want to thank Stacy Dragila a lot, because she's definitely put more time in to Lizzie than we have here at Capital, and without her, she wouldn't be sitting here today. So Stacy Dragila has been an instrumental impact on you. She's really helped you. She's been a mentor for you, great coach. And so Stacy gets a lot of credit for what's happening here today. But we're really proud of Lizzie. She's gotten stronger, she's gotten faster, she's gotten more athletic, and I went to school with Sadie Sweet. She's the school record holder. So it's been a long time. So we'll be happy to see that record go down this spring. So, Lizzie Rance.
Thank you so much. I didn't think I would cry. I don't cry, what? So I thought the only way I could really give my appreciation to Capital High Athletics is by sharing a little story. So my freshman year of high school, or at River Glen, I was not athletic. I really liked my treats more than I liked working out, which sometimes I still do, but it was just, I was into making YouTube videos, and I needed a little something in my life, and I knew I was capable of a lot more, and I just hadn't stretched yet. And so the spring of my freshman year, I started just walking in the foothills after school, and I was like, I'm just gonna see where this gets me. And then I started jogging in the foothills after school, and then I decided that summer, I was like, I'm gonna join the cross country team. And I was saying that to my mom. She was like, you want to do that sport out of all the sports that you choose? You want to run cross country? I was like, I guess so. And so I did, and I loved every second of it, but I knew I wasn't quite for me. I excelled a lot in the sport, but I just felt like there was so much room to grow still. And so we had one cross country meet, and it was one of our last of the season. We call it the November Mile. It's just a 1 mile race around the track at Bora High School. And I remember we were super close. The Capital was really close with Bora's track team, and so we were all messing around before the race or after the race, and I started doing handstand walks because I kind of had I did gymnastics a little bit when I was younger and dabbled in volleyball and basketball, but I really loved gymnastics, so I started walking on my hands, and I made it over halfway across the football field on my hands. Some random Bora assistant coach on the cross-country team came up to me and was like, "Are you a pole vaulter? Have you ever thought about pole vaulting?" And I was seriously like, "What are you talking about? I don't know what that is." And this was my sophomore year. So I, that next weekend, and I talked to Doherty about it, and that next weekend I looked it up, and I was like, "What is pole vaulting?" And I was like, "These people are flying. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen." And so that next week, I had a cross-country practice, and I was talking to Doherty while we were stretching. And I was like, Doherty looks at me and he goes, "Lizzie, so you're thinking about this pole vaulting thing, because I've been thinking that you'd be kind of good at this." And I was like, "I've been thinking the same thing." I was like, "This sounds awesome." And so this was at practice just here at Capital by the baseball fields. And I remember I had my permit at the time, and so my dad came and picked me up, and I get in the car, and I was driving his truck, and I was like, "Dad, I'm gonna be a pole vaulter, and it's gonna be great." He was just and it was kind of funny because he was kind of quiet, and usually he's super excited for me whenever I was like, "Dad, I want to do this, I want to do this." And so I remember he was just like, "That's cool, okay." And I was like, "Come on, why isn't he this is the coolest thing ever?" So he said we had to run a quick errand on the way home. So I get in the car, and I was driving down Glenwood Hill, and then we were on Chinden, and he was like, "Okay, turn here." And so I turned, and it was right by Fred Meyer's, and we pull up in this giant warehouse building. And he was like, "You can come in with me, we just gotta do something really fast." I walk in, and there's high school athletes my age just launching pole vault. It's a massive pole vault facility, 2 minutes away from the school, and I'm like, I was seriously just like, what in the world? And so ever since then, the next week I came in, picked up a pole. My coach, Stacy Dragila, was an Olympic athlete, the first gold medalist in the pole vault, which was super cool, and it's just been such a blessing to be coached by her. But it was seriously Capital Athletics that just stepping into the program and just getting myself in there, and I made it here. But then my sophomore season, I jumped 8'6" every single meet, 8 feet 6 inches at every single meet, and I remember seeing these girls jump like 12 feet, 13 feet, and I was like, I want to be like them, but I knew I was stuck here at 8'6", and I wasn't going anywhere. So I just kept putting in the work. I got super into weightlifting and strength training, and I started CrossFitting with my aunts, and I did some speed training with my uncle that whole summer, and then I just built this base, and then I worked really hard for my indoor season, and I jumped 10 feet 8, and my indoor season, then everything shut down. And I was like, dang it, I was on track to do some good things this spring, and so that was kind of a bummer, but I just didn't let that get me down. I kept working, and finally, just this last couple weeks ago, I made my goal and I jumped 12 feet, which was like the biggest thing for me, and it was just like so cool. And so I'm just really, really excited to go into this outdoor season with all the coaches and all the people that have supported me, and I just am so excited for what's to come, and I think we'll do some nice, fun, big things. So I just like to thank all my coaches and everybody, and yeah, excited for Utah Valley, also going to school.
We're both Capital alumni. Go Capital. But the only thing I really want to say, we're just super proud of Lizzie. She's a hard worker and very determined. We've always called her Busy Lizzie, so good job to you. And I'm super impressed with all the coaches, faculty, and staff, and everybody that I always tell people if I start doing this, it's because I think of my eyes like little canoes, like run the tears back and forth in them. But you guys are just awesome, just pouring into these kids, helping them discover their talents, and just thank you for all that all of you do. Really appreciate it.
So Coach Chandler wrote a little note here for Jackson as well, as Jackson commits to Seattle University to play baseball. And Coach Chandler said, Jackson Reed has been the staple in the baseball community for the past 4 years. In those 4 years, Jackson has grown up into a fine young man and an even better citizen. The journey wasn't always easy. There were learning curves he had to make, and you made them. One thing that Jackson was never afraid of is hard work on and off the field. I'm blessed to be a part of your journey and wish you the best in all that you do. I love you, kid, and you will do great things because you were a Capital Eagle. Go Red Hawks.
Well, we're very proud of what Jackson has accomplished here. He's been a part of the Capital baseball program since the summer after his 7th grade year. So it sounds like a long time, but it feels like a flash. Just as remembering when he was 18 months old with a big plastic bat, hitting pitched balls from me. So we love the fact that he got to do this through Capital. He has grown a tremendous amount as a player and a person, and we're really excited about this next stage of the journey, and can't believe he's only got 1 season left here. But we're going to enjoy it, and we're excited for what's coming. Thank you.
So first, obviously, I have to thank my parents. I don't know what I'd do without just, the supporting cast with everything that they've helped me with and everything that they've been able to help me achieve. I'd also like to thank all the coaches at Capital, from baseball to football, including the guys that I came into the program for baseball with, including Brulot and Coach Polson, all the way to Chandler and Cochran, and all the other coaches that have just helped me along the way in baseball and football with Simis and Jacobson and Banks and all those guys. They've just been a huge help for me in every aspect of my life. And I also want to thank Taylor and Jake Taylor from Off the Field. They have really just helped me off the field to do and achieve all the goals that I wanted to. And a little bit about Capital Baseball. Yeah, I started here my 7th grade year, and I couldn't imagine being anywhere else. I think the biggest takeaway was definitely the community as a whole, and just the overwhelming support. I don't know where I'd be without it. So thank you guys, and I can't wait to be a Red Hawk, and I want to thank Wes Long and Donnie for giving me this opportunity to play at the next level. It's a dream that I've always had, and now that I get to do it this next fall, it's unbelievable. So yeah, go Red Hawks.
So I'm here to talk about Hannah Jones, signing with the College of the Siskiyous. Hannah is one of my seniors this year for Capital Softball. It's been my pleasure watching her grow up. I've known her for, I don't even know how long I've known her, coming to camps. I watch her help out with other teams in our hitting facility. This kid speaks highly of our program, just academically, all her accolades she has there, plus the fact that, you know, you ask her to start something, you know, with the restrictions we have of doing things, and she takes full leadership of that. It's just the type of person that she is, hardworking at everything she does. She goes 100% in everything she does, and I am super excited to watch her for her senior year and be able to do things that we weren't able to do last year. And she's going to do great things at college, and just a wonderful kid, and I can't say enough about her.
I'm really grateful to be able to be part of the Capital High School, especially the Capital Softball program. I remember coming to the softball clinics when I was like 8 years old, waiting until it was my turn to play here. I practically grew up at the softball fields, from early morning games to late night extra innings. Softball has been a huge role in my life, and it's made me stronger as who I am today. And honestly, I never thought signing to play at a college would be something I would get to do. I want to thank all my teammates and coaching staff who always believed in me and pushed me to be the best player I could be. Oh my God. I've decided, oh my God. I decided to commit to College of the Siskiyous to continue to play softball and to begin studying my intended major. The biggest pros for me to decide to go here was the team, the coaching staff, and the campus is beautiful. The school and the softball team is such a good fit for me, and I can't wait to be part of the Siskiyous family. The best part is that I get to stay an Eagle. I want to thank my parents especially, because this would not be possible without them. They believed in me from the beginning, and I would be so lost if they weren't by my side every step of the way. I also want to thank Coach Alder for keeping me calm and focused whenever I was frustrated from a mistake I made. He's played a huge role in my life, and I wouldn't be here where I am today. I can't wait to start the next journey of my life as a Siskiyous Eagle. Go Eagles.
Somewhere.
when your last name's Zimmerman, they save the best for last. That's just the way it works. Coyote Zimmerman, he'll be signing today with College of Idaho. It's a two-sport scholarship out there. His primary sport is soccer, and he'll also run on the track team. Coyote's a fantastic soccer player. He's a very large, athletic, physical soccer player, and he plays striker. He has an incredible knack to put the ball in the goal. College of Idaho is getting a really talented athlete. There's not a lot of young men that are his frame that have such exceptional speed. At 6'3" and about 190 pounds, he can really move, and his speed serves him really well on the soccer field. Really excited for him. Last year we didn't get a track season, but I'm excited to have him back out for track this year. I need as many fast kids as I can get. With him and Justice both being fast seniors, I've got a real good start to having two good seniors that will help us out. He's extremely talented in the triple jump. He just barely missed making it to state his sophomore year, and he's a natural bounder, which is extremely important for the triple jump, and his natural talents will serve him well for track. But we just hope he has a great career at College of Idaho. Fantastic coaching out there, and we're really proud of him. It's not often that we send a kid off to school that's going to be able to compete in two sports, but that's just how talented he is. So, Coyote Zimmerman.
So from our family, my husband, grandparents, family members, we just want to say thank you to both the staff here at Capitol and then various coaches, the soccer clubs, and community members for helping to get both of our kids, and especially Coyote, to where you can play sports and you can have a scholarship, so that's great. I appreciate your dedication and your determination. Thanks for also being so present in the community too. Pretty proud of you.
Without a doubt, being able to attend Capitol and play for Capitol has played a huge significance in my life and also shaped who I am as a person today. I experienced a lot of memories here, like almost making state my first year in track and going to districts in soccer my first year as well. And there's a number of people in the community and at the school that I'd like to thank for that. One being Coach Stitt and Coach Kaysen from the track team, Vanessa Merchovich from the soccer team for Capitol, Coach Jens from my old club team, both Patrick Mose and Chase Miller, who were super good mentors for me as I was rising up through the ranks. Obviously my mom and my dad, who unfortunately isn't here today, he's at work, as well as my grandparents, uncles and aunts, and other teammates from present and past teams.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everybody, and congratulations to all the kids. Let's give them one more round of applause for everybody.